Rosabel's here, and we are about a week away, maybe, from Arknights collab event with BanG, Ave Mujica, Somniloquium, Serenum. I've been listening to the anime seiyus and checking my Latin, so hopefully I get the pronunciations right this time. As a disclaimer, this information is from the CN server and is subject to change. Starting with some quick info, you need to clear at least episode 110 in order to access the event. The event will start after Ato, so mayhaps next week or a bit after that from me posting this. It will run for 2 weeks, with the story stages in the first week and the EX stages in the second week. But before we get to the details of the event, the Hoshi Altar Carnival packs are on their final leg, so if you want to buy them for some extra pulls and resources, then you can get them for cheaper using this video sponsor, Loot Bar, the most affordable and safest packs trading platform in the gacha space. Loot Bar provides cheaper prices for the different packs on your favorite gachas, and new members will receive a coupon upon making an account, which can give you up to 20% discounts on your first purchase. Topping up is super easy for Arknights. Just select your pack, pay using the many local payment options available for your country, then redeem the pack in-game. If you're worried, Loot Bar has a high score of 4.9 on Trustpilot and has received tens and thousands of reviews, which is enough to show that their service is safe and effective. So come and join Loot Bar. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get another 10% off coupon for new users. Starting with the new operators, there will be 5 new units introduced in this event. All are members of the Ave Mujica band. We'll start with the 2 free units or welfare units for this event. We first have the 5-star Yutenji Niyamu, the drummer of the band. She's an Earthshaker guard whose attacks deal 50% attack as AoE physical damage to enemies around the target. Very appropriate class for a drummer. Her first talent makes her attack continuously, meaning she will keep attacking whether or not there are enemies in her range, and when attacking there is a 10% chance that she can inflict 8% fragile for 2 seconds. Her second talent gives fever plus 3 per second while on the field, and she gives up to plus 9% attack to other Ave Mujica members. We'll talk about what fever means later on. Her first skill is an offensive recovery skill where her attacks become triple strikes, with the first hit increasing its attack by up to 160% and the splash range increased. The attack of the last 2 hits become 20%. Her second skill is also an offensive recovery skill which will expand her attack. Her attacks become octuple or times 8 strikes, and the first and 5th hits will deal 125% attack and have increased splash range. The attack of the remaining hits become 10%. She will also randomly attack targets within range, and if there are no targets, then she will just hit a random tile in range. The second free unit is the Ave Mujica bassist, Yahata Umiri. She's an ambusher specialist who can't block but deals damage to all enemies in her range. This makes me laugh because it's a bassist life in a nutshell. Nobody pays attention to you, but you're the person they feel in their feet, especially in concerts. For her first talent, she has a 21% chance to slow the enemies she hits, and when her skill is active, her attack range expands. For her second talent, she increases fever by 2 whenever an enemy is inflicted with slow or fear, and while present, Ave Mujica members deal up to 15% increased damage to enemies inflicted with slow or fear. Her first skill is an offensive recovery skill which will make her attack into quintuple or times 5 strikes, with each dealing up to 70% of attack as arts damage to ground enemies within attack range. This skill can have up to 2 charges, but when an Ave Mujica member activates their skill, this skill can be activated without using a charge. Her second skill inflicts fear to enemies in her attack range for 1.5 seconds. During this skill, she deals up to 100% of her attack as arts damage per second and increases the slow chance in her first talent by up to 2.2 times. The other 3 units will be available in the Cantinela Pupae banner rated up. First, we have Wakaba Mutsumi, Ave Mujica's quiet rhythm guitarist. She is a doll keeper specialist, which will only make sense when you know what happens in the anime, and I won't spoil it in case you want to watch it yourselves. Doll keepers do not retreat when they receive lethal damage, but they change into a substitute that has 0 block. If the substitute is not defeated, then the operator returns after 20 seconds. For her first talent, Matsumi and her substitute will convert 30% of damage she receives to necrosis damage equal to half the value. Her substitute doesn't attack but has increased defense, and whenever an Ave Mujica member attacks, there's a 20% chance to decrease the substitute's duration by 1 second. For her second talent, she gives +3 fever every time she receives damage or elemental injury. When deployed, all Ave Mujica members get +10% HP. For her first skill, she'll get additional defense and block count, and she's more likely to be attacked when deployed. If she turns into her substitute keeps the buffs until the skill duration ends. For her second skill, her attack range expands, her attack intervals decrease by 0.3 seconds, her attacks become triple strikes, with each dealing up to 120% attack as arts damage. Her attacks randomly targets enemies within range, and she receives 20 arts damage every time an enemy is attacked. Our second 5-star is Misumi Uwika, Ave Mujica's lead guitarist and singer, and is appropriately a bard who does not attack but continuously restores the HP of all allies within range. For her first talent, when her skills are not active, she heals the ally with the lowest amount of HP within her attack range, kinda like a normal attack every 4 seconds. If her skill is active, she will prioritize healing Togawa Sakiko, the 6-star that I will introduce later. Her second talent grants +5 fever whenever she heals an Ave Mujica operator, and if an Ave Mujica member attacks an enemy within their own attack range, they will deal additional arts damage equal to 30% of Uwika's attack. For her first skill, her attack range expands, and all friendly units within attack range gains inspiration equal to up to 55% of Misumi Uwika's attack and defense. When a friendly operator gets attacked, she will heal them for 100 HP. Again, because of her first talent, she will always prioritize Togawa Sakiko if she is not in full health. For her second skill, when activated, it disables her trait and deals arts damage equal to 100% of her attack to a random enemy within attack range, which may include aerial enemies, while healing a friendly operator for 25% of her attack every 0.3 seconds. All friendly units within attack range get inspiration equal to 100% of her attack. And finally, the 6-star collab character is Togawa Sakiko, keyboardist, composer, and main character of Ave Mujica. How fitting we give her the class with main character energy, the Lord Guard class, who can launch range attacks with 80% attack. For her first talent, she attacks continuously, and attacks will play notes that will track down enemies. For each note on the field, Ave Mujica members will ignore 3% defense and 2% res. This stacks up to 10 times. Note that if the notes can't find an enemy after 1 second, it will disappear. For her second talent, each attack will increase fever by 3. When an Ave Mujica's member's range overlaps with hers, their attack range is treated as an extension of her own attack range. Operators in her attack range also get up to +16 attack speed. Fever only matters for Togawa Sakiko, and after reaching a certain amount of fever, she will enter fever mode, and this will have extra effects on her skills. So yeah, all those members giving fever is to feed the main character. Go figure. Also, all her skills are offensive recovery, which shouldn't be an issue because she's always attacking. For her first skill, she plays 8 notes, and each note will deal up to 100% of her attack as arts damage that gradually reduces to 5%. This can store 2 charges, and the skill will automatically activate when it reaches maximum charge. When in fever mode, this skill will continuously activate. Her second skill lets her switch between piano and organ mode. Piano mode gives her additional attack, and the notes travels faster and pierces enemies. In organ mode, it increases her attack speed, and the notes deal arts damage but travel slower. In fever mode, attacks become double strike in their current instrument, though you will be unable to manually change the instruments during this mode as well. Her third skill expands her attack range. She attacks using the piano and the organ simultaneously, each firing 2 notes that deals up to 220% as physical and arts damage respectively. The notes will target enemies with the lowest res and defense. During fever mode, all Ave Mujica members will not retreat while taking lethal damage and will only retreat when fever mode ends. Main character energy, like I said. The Ave Mujica team is sort of like the Abyssal Hunters where the members buff each other, so if you wanna maximize their use, you will sadly have to pull for all of them. As mentioned, the 3 units will be pullable in the Collab limited banner Cantinela Pupae. We will be given 20 free pulls in total for the event. 1 free pull will be given on the first day upon logging into the event, and the second 10 pull will be given on the 8th day of logging in. As with all Collab banners, if you are incredibly unlucky and you were not able to pull for the 6-star Togawa Sakiko, she is guaranteed on pull 120. That is only if you did not pull her beforehand. Completing all the stages and challenge modes will reward 26 OP, and the farmable tier 3 items are polyester packs, transmuted salts, and fuscus fibers. Completing stages will also give Dreamland puzzles, translation pending, which is the event currency to purchase items in the event shop. Some notable items in the event shop include the potentials for both Yutenji Niamu and Yahata Umiri, furniture, the usual resources and materials, and unlimited manganese ores and Loxic calls. Note for new players, collab events are considered ultra limited events because they won't rerun unless Arknights collabs with BanG again. So if you miss anything in the event, whether from the shop or the banner, make your peace that we may never have this event again. Moving on to operator updates, operator records and or paradox simulations will be added for Windscoot, Ashlock, Nymph, and Laplanda Decadenza. For operator modules, all 5 Ave Mujica operators will be released with their modules. Yutenji Niamu will be given a new trait, which will increase her attack if there are 3 or more enemies in her splash area. At level 3, it will improve her first talent by increasing the chance of her inflicting fragile, increasing the fragile effect, and increasing the duration of said fragile. Yahata Umiri will have an improved trait which will increase the chance for her to dodge enemies to 65%. At level 3, it will improve her first talent by increasing the chance for the slow to be triggered. Wakabe Mutsumi's module will increase the HP of her substitute, and at level 3, it will improve the defense of her substitute from her first talent. Matsumi Uika's module will give her additional attack if there are at least 2 allies in her range, and at level 3 it will improve her first talent by decreasing the time interval between her heals to 3 seconds. And Togawa Sakiko's module will give her additional attack if there are 2 or more enemies in her attack range, and at level 3 it will improve her first talent by increasing the defense and res ignore of Ave Mujica characters and increasing the number of stacks. 2 more operators will also be getting their second modules. Blaze will get her Y module, which will decrease the damage that she takes when she's above 50% HP, and at level 3, she triggers her regeneration when she hits 50% HP, and she ignores 150 defense when above 50% HP. Virtuosa will also get her Y module, which will give her a new trait that will inflict 10% elemental fragility to enemies in her attack range, and at level 3, it will cause enemies to take additional elemental damage per second during elemental burst. Moving on to store updates, there will be 5 new collab limited skins available for purchase, and they are all for the Ave Mujica members. That includes Yutenji Niamu, Yahata Umiri, Wakabe Mutsumi, Matsumi Uika, and Togawa Sakiko. And of course, for those with spendable money, there will be many packs for purchase which will include pulls, resources, and whatever you need to make up for the pulls if you get unlucky. Or if you're preparing for Silver Ash Altar. And that's it for this update. I'll be streaming the event when it comes out, once we have confirmation when it comes out, and I'll be completing the Ave Mujica members. Will we do it without reaching 120 pulls? I don't know, but I would like to save on some pulls. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!